So here's one of today's projects. Something else we can blame Josh for. Josh, the fan and light kid, not my brother-in-law Josh. I always have to make that distinction now since Nia got confused. Would seem self-explanatory to me if we're in a fan and light video. But anyhow, so I have this cord and plug dimmer that I've probably shown you before. You just plug something into it and it can dim. I actually got it because my in-laws have several in their house, and then I saw it at the Habitat store for 75 cents, and I was like, yeah, let's find a use for that. And so I was talking to Josh and asked him where he thought I should put it, and he said on this lamp in the piano. Problem being that it did not have a dimmable bulb. But it got me thinking, because since my music room is mostly done, I've been spending more time down here just sitting in my chair, or what Nia calls a chofa. Just, you know, I took a nap down here, I worked on my computer down here, and that piano lamp was glaring in my eyes because I could see straight into the filament bulb, and everything else in here is very dim and very low-key, and that, from this angle, was pretty bright. So I said, well, that's a pretty good idea. So my first thought was to check and see if I had any dimmable bulbs left that would fit in there, and I did. I had a 60-watt equivalent dimmable LED filament left from the air shadow, and I put in there, and not unlike some incandescent bulbs, and not unlike the ones in the air shadow, it buzzed terribly when I dimmed it. And that wouldn't be so bad if it was a 40-watt and I could leave it on full brightness most of the time and then just dim it down as needed, but 60 was way too bright. So it would need to be dim most of the time, which means it would be buzzing most of the time, and I wasn't for it. So next thing I did was go on Amazon and look for a 40-watt dimmable LED filament, and did not see a whole lot because I don't want to spend over $10 for one bulb, and I'm not sure how much it's going to work. I don't want to buy multiple bulbs, not knowing how it's going to work. I wanted to find one bulb under $10 that I could just try. And didn't find a whole lot. But what I did find is, so this is the one that was in there. This is the 40-watt non-dimmable 2700K. This is the one that I bought on Amazon. It is a 40-watt dimmable, but it's in the smaller globe style, which I thought might be good because it recesses deeper up in there, so there's less of a glare even at full brightness. And then this, just for comparison's sake, is the, see how close in there I can get. This is the 20-watt equivalent that I had in the lamp over the piano. And unfortunately, so the first thing I was going to do was just buy another one of those and put that in there, and it'd just be dimmer, but then it wouldn't be glaring as much. But Amazon actually removed that listing, which is too bad because that's a very nice bulb, and I couldn't find anything similar. I also couldn't find out whether it was dimmable or not. So I put this in the lamp, and it did not look the same, so I decided to line them all up here and see what was different. And this looks much pinker than the other two. These look like about the right color. This looks a little bit too pink. So I don't like that very much. Let's, other than that, it's hard to tell if it's the same brightness. It looks like it's a little dimmer than the larger 40-watt. It's definitely brighter than the 20-watt, so these two are supposed to be the same brightness. So, okay, some of these two, this one is supposed to be dimmable. I guess let's just start with that. So let's plug the dimmer in. I'm using one of the vanity fixtures that I don't want to say built, that I co-opted for Nia for her filming. And just took the fluorescent bulbs out of it for the time being. Hold on, I need to set this down because I can't. My eyes are glaring from looking at all the lights. There we go. So let's see how that dims. Seems like it's basically just got two settings. So it's dimmable, but not really. Let's see about this one. Same thing. They're both doing exactly the same thing, which is dimmable, but not really. This is a non-dimmable bulb, so if you want to see how that reacts. So that's supposed to be off, but it's not. That's gradually moving it up and seeing no difference. Is that full brightness? Nope. So there's a little bit of gradual dimming. Yeah, baby. I'm downstairs. Okay, I'm just doing a video. So this is, okay, off. Gradual, 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 brighter. Gradual, 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 up, we're at full brightness. So what I'm thinking of doing is running a cord from here to there, in which case that lamp would, and then that way the two piano lamps would be on a dimmer together. I'm just not sure how practical that would be, given that there's not a whole lot of range in dimming. It's too bad, because with the other dimmable LEDs on that dimmer, I get just a beautiful range. So it's not the dimmer, it's the bulbs. Not all LED bulbs play well with all dimmers, especially dimmers not designed for LED, and obviously that's not. But some do. So, yeah. So I think I'm going to do that, because there's the only downside is there'd be another brown cord running back behind there, and who would notice? So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to put those two on the dimmer, and then they'll probably be at full brightness most of the time, but it'll give me the option, and we'll do a video. We'll see how I like it. But I'll wait till tonight to do the video when the sun is down, because it looks very different down here with the sun down. So, unrelated, but I haven't figured out how to do the temperature regulation in this house yet, because it's freezing down here, and it's very warm upstairs. So I had to turn the air on upstairs, so the living room, kitchen, bedrooms all need the air. It's like 80 degrees up there, and then I turn the air on to get it down to like 75. Down here it's freezing, so I actually turned the space heater in what will be Abby's room up. So, yeah. I don't know a good solution yet. I don't want to have to be cooling and heating at the same time. That's a waste of energy, a waste of money. So I got to figure it out, and I'm going to. You know, again, that's why there's fans in all the stairwells, and you open some vents and you close other ones. But what I don't want to have to do is open and close a bunch of vents every time we switch from heat to cool and vice versa, because a lot of the vents are blocked. Like, not blocked where air can't come out, just blocked like you can't get in. Like, you put a bookshelf in front of it, and you put the bookshelf far enough out that the air can get out, but you can't get to the vent. You know? Most of the vents in the bedrooms have dressers and stuff in front of them, and the dressers like raise up on the floor so that the vent is above it, but you can't get in there. So I'm just gonna play with this one more time. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get a nice long brown extension cord. That's what she said in there somewhere. Dim 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 dim, bright 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 bright, dim 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 dim. Oft. That's the off though. That's kind of funny. I mean, it makes sense though. This is a 2 watt and I think a 4 watt. So we're talking about 6 watts total here. It's not a lot for the dimmer. The dimmer's expecting probably at least 60. So, okay, well, this has been a fun video learning experience thing. Still haven't decided what to do about this. I'm not talking about my coffee. I'm talking about the D. I almost want to put it in here somewhere, but this is just not that. I mean, maybe when I get my shelf set up on the toilet, because I got shelves for it in the garage. They're just buried behind tubs and boxes and the love couch. If you don't know the story behind the love couch, ask me on Facebook. It's not that long of a story or that funny of a story, but it is a story. So, love couch. That one definitely seems brighter. But I did want the smaller shape. I'll just have to look and see if there's any other options for a smaller shape. You know, I'll just keep buying bulbs until I find what I like. Okay, thanks for watching.